Sup gamers, it's me JP, and I'm coming at you with a Story Up review here at Story Up Games, where story reigns. Today we're discussing the very intimate, the very emotional, That Dragon Cancer. That Dragon Cancer came out January 2016, but I still wanted to cover it because it's such an important game, and I'm not sure how many people have actually heard of it. It's a true story made by a family who had to go through a pretty traumatic experience. They had a young son named Joel diagnosed with cancer at the age of 5 years old. So the game is another walking simulator, interactive drama type game. It's a point and click adventure. You play as mostly the father, but also the mother, and you're going through this experience of having a young son with cancer. The really powerful moments are when you're hearing the thoughts of either the father or the mother while they're thinking about their son and the things surrounding this whole experience. With walking simulators or interactive dramas, it's very important that the game looks good and that the game sounds good, and that's definitely here. The music is awesome, it's very beautiful, and the low poly style graphics are very attractive, so both of those things hold up. They throw in a couple of classic gamey moments to kind of lighten the mood a bit. There's a point where you're racing around the hospital in Joel's little car, running through an old game cabinet as baby knight Joel, and you're shooting arrows and stuff. But those moments are just in there, sprinkled in there, and most of the gameplay is taking in this heavy story. You spend long nights in the hospital holding your son Joel, hearing him cry out for help, but you feel helpless because there's nothing you can do. There were moments where you're legitimately fighting back tears because it's such a powerful and terrible experience. At one point, you're walking around the hospital picking up cards, and there's hundreds of these cards lying around, and each one you open up is a message to a loved one, and it's really personal stuff. I think cancer is one of those things that kind of makes us all human. You know, I don't know a single person that hasn't been touched by cancer in some way, whether it's losing someone to cancer or knowing someone that had to go through having cancer. It's something that everyone can relate to. In this story, the story of a young family with a young son who's battling cancer, this is something you wouldn't wish on anybody. You wouldn't ever want this to happen to anyone you know or to yourself. So to be able to experience what this was like for this family in this game is, I think, profound. I say the word intimate a lot, but that's exactly what this is. This is a glimpse into what life was like for a couple people during one of the most traumatic things you can go through. And for them to share that with other people in this format is, I think, incredible. And sure, gameplay-wise, there were a couple of moments where I got stuck, where I wasn't exactly sure what to do, and in a walking simulator, that's not super good because it's a walking simulator. You should be able to just move quickly from point A to B, but I'm not gonna knock this game for those moments because the gameplay really isn't the point. But the most important part about this game is the story that you're experiencing, the true story that this family went through. It's well told, and it's very personal, and it's very emotional. Because of course you could never know exactly how that felt, and you would never want to. But to feel even a little bit of that, even a little bit of Joel crying out for help and feeling helpless, or feeling like you're drowning because there's nothing you can do to help your son, save your son. I think feeling that for an hour and a half to 2 hours was incredibly powerful, and I highly recommend this game. So that's it for me here at Story Up Games. We'll be back again soon with another story to review. Let me know in the comments how cancer has affected your life or how it's touched you in some way. As always, like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel so you know when we go live, and I will catch you on another time.